Hello, in this video I'm gonna do my reaction to last night. Now, it was pretty bad. I mean, the room chat with Connor, Naylor and Roger. First of all, I'm surprised at Connor's behaviour. Now, the only good thing I can say in this hour or so room chat was he was the only one who didn't use any cuss words, which is to be expected given that he promised that he can go 30 videos or so on his live stream or room chat. So I'm getting a little bit more trustful of him in this. But to claim 30 videos without saying an F word, now, can I really trust that? I mean, it is a pretty big claim. I mean, if Dizzy had said this, yes, definitely, I would believe. If Chumpy Twins had said this, yes, I would believe. If Balin had said this, no, I wouldn't believe. If Kyle had said this, no, I wouldn't believe. So, if Connor has said this, well, given yesterday's video, I mean, I'm not saying what he said in the video, I'll get to that later, is right, but I'll start with the credit first because I always try to search for the good things, and then, in my analysis, I judge and I see the good points and weigh it up with the bad things. So I think it's only best to start with the credit. And by the way, I'm improvising here. I haven't written a script before. This is going off pure memory, recall, and some improvisation. So what I'm doing as a non-professional YouTuber is quite remarkable, I would say. As many people actually write notes and take many notes and do a lot of rehearsals before making a video on a certain topic. But I'm working off pure memory of NoFap, and this is why I don't make mistakes so much. So if we start with the good points on the face chat or room chat, FaceTime with Connor, I'm going to say yes. There was no F word, there was no A word, there was no B word, there was no P word, there was no D word. So I think that covered basically no swear words and certainly no vulgar F words, and I always respect someone who can go without swearing in their videos or group chat, whether it's their own or someone else's, like Naylor's or Roger's. So this was pretty good. But then again, you'd expect this after after previous videos where I was discussed and and I know Connor said some really vulgar F words. I might even get into, because it's 2 months exactly since the last live stream where he was extremely vulgar, and this was a week or so after I brought his merch. So this sort of brings back uncomfortable memories for me, because there was no need to be so vulgar, and he knew, or he should know, how upset I was that day, and the history of how I was so furious. I reported his merch, got a refund, and then he claimed he was hacked, and Mac claimed he was hacked by Dizzy, and then Dizzy said he wasn't hacked or pranked. So good thing Dizzy responded quickly, and then in the end I did buy his merch, but he had to apologize 216 times, and in a further one after he made a video, a live stream, and at the end he said F you Nissan, and then I made him apologize a few times again. So it's not good what he's doing, because this is not spreading positivity at all. I mean, if you've got issues with me, you don't swear about it, and you try and be respectful while discussing whatever you think of me. And that means no F words. I keep saying this, and I'll say it until I'm blue in the face, that I always hate bad language, vulgar F words, or any F words, non-vulgar too. It's like vomit to me, and it's one of my pet hates. So I don't tolerate. I never tolerate that. Not in 1,000 or a million years. So let's get back to the topic. Now, what I found was a vulgar recording by Connor made to Roger. So first of all, I woke up yesterday about 8:50 or so a.m. and I played the recording, and this is, I mean, he's deleted it now, but it doesn't excuse the fact he was, I mean, I don't want to say brave, more like stupid and extremely immature to say. Now, these are his exact words. He said he will be F-ing Roger in his big A word. In missionary, his A word. Now, it's so vulgar, I mean, to say. the effort that he is effing Roger in his big A word, and it almost make me want to cry. You really got me very upset. I mean, Connor, for real? This is what you would say? And I mean, I really felt shocked. Not only that, but what happened to the fudge part? Even he could have said this as if he really wanted to say, well, not the effort, but sort of the effort, but you know, and a better, a more civil word to sound less vulgar. He could have just said he will be, and then say F ing, because that sounds like, you know, when you write a word out and you just use the F, the first letter, or if you say, I mean, the whole, if someone says the whole F word in a vulgar way, you just say F and then ing. So, you know, they know what it means, but you don't need to spell the whole 8 letters out. So, seven letters for the whole F word. Anyway, yeah. So this is what really got me upset, that you could say this. And not care. That's the other thing. I mean, I found out from Roger that he didn't send any pictures or videos to make him aroused. I mean, that would have been still a very poor reason, but at least he'd have an excuse of something. But it seems he said it for fun, and this is not on. I don't care. And okay, you claim it's free speech in America, so shall I tell your company that because it's free speech, everyone should now be vulgar and start using this F word when they like, in a vulgar way, about, I mean, could be anyone, Roger, or whoever the friend is. And is this positivity? Really? I mean, I'm gonna tell Bonfire, as a person who brought your merch, I feel violated, and that must be taken into consideration. Trying to work on my speech, my fast speech and fluent speech. Anyway, yeah, I feel very disrespected as a person who actually brought your merch. I mean, can you imagine if I sold no swear merch and I said this in a voice recorder to one of my friends, you know, as part of fun, because that's what you're basically saying. You swore for fun because it sounded nice and you liked it. You liked to be vulgar. Because when you said nobody cares, this means you don't care either. So you're actually promoting saying vulgar F words, and you enjoy being vulgar, is what is the message you're giving, whether intentionally or unintentionally. This is a message, and it's not good. You know, I mean, this is what people will think if they hear it. I mean, obviously, not people who enjoy vulgar talk, but say religious people like myself, or someone Indian, and they're going to think, what? This guy likes to promote vulgar F words? I mean, how can you say you don't care? I'm trying to educate you here, Connor, and make you aware of your mistakes. And it's very disrespectful to keep saying nobody cares, and we don't. I mean, nobody cares about what I say, and you kept repeating that like a mantra every time. That's the other thing. You didn't let me finish my speech. You know, every time I was trying to explain what you said in a voice recording. You kept saying nobody cares, Nissan. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like a mantra, and you know, nobody cares about what I said. And okay, you should say you don't care, and maybe Roger and Naylor don't care. But you can't say nobody cares, because that means everybody who watches, I mean, who hears that doesn't care. And that's not true. Evie was very shocked. Fabian, no, another friend, was very shocked. And Handsome Joy was very shocked. So that's 3 people already who do care about what you said, including myself, and I'm sure there's others. I mean, if I invited everyone in the group chat on my friends list, would you say that to Dizzy? Would Dizzy also say nobody cares if we saw it? I don't think so. We shall ask him. I mean, Balin, yes, he probably wouldn't care, because I know he likes being vulgar. But maybe he would. I mean, it depends. I mean, Balin would respect a person on 12 years no swear. I'm sure. I mean, and even I notice he's become less vulgar, which is good in his pranks. I mean, what I would say is he's more conscientious of what he says to people compared to about 5 months ago, when he used to just be vulgar to the people at the desk, the sales department. But he's learned to harness that impulse, I would say, and restrain himself. So I don't know. I think it'd be a little surprise, because for a start, no one provoked you to be vulgar. I mean, if someone did something, and I've had a few, what do you call, similar to premonition, like insights is the word. Now, if someone like poked you near your eye, or poked you in your eye, like a friend, to tease you, and you got upset, and you told him, stop it, okay? I mean it. I won't I won't allow you. I won't let you keep doing this. Someone poke you more in your eye. Okay. Then you got more angry and said, stop it right now. I'm getting really serious. Okay? I mean it. Okay? This isn't funny. Alright? Like how you were reacting when everyone was saying you said the N word 4 years ago. We're gonna report you to Dizzy, and you're gonna lose everything: your YouTube channel, your Instagram, your TikTok, and all your social media. And you were getting frustrated because you know it was something really long ago, 4 years ago. So this is the example I'm giving. So this friend kept, poking your eye as part of a prank, and then you just lost it. But you told him, "I'm going to say some really mean things about you if you don't stop." Okay, and he did it 9 times, and on the 10th time he poked you very hard in your eye, and you said, "Ow!" And then you really went to be as mean as he can and vulgar, and he kept saying, "I would f you, I would f your mum in her pee, and I would f your dad in his a word," and you kept saying these vulgar words like up to 30 times. Okay, now in this case, I would understand. Of course, I won't be happy, but I will give you what you call a justification for your vulgarity. A bit like when you got angry when the people, your friends, kept saying about the N word, and you lost your cool. You hit boiling point, and you said, "Should I effing just go and kill myself then?" Okay, so use the F word in great anger. And I told you you had justifiable reason to say it. So in the same way, if you kept being vulgar because you were upset, angry, and in pain because this friend kept poking you in the eye as part of a prank, or just messing and trying to see how you react. And then let's say after you said these vulgar words to him 30 times and he eventually got emotional, had a cry and was sobbing. Now let's say you felt sorry. Would you try and comfort him? I think so, because I've had a almost like a real life dream where you do care about your actions, and after 30 or so times, then you realise this friend is very upset with your vulgar words. So then another, let's say someone else comes and asks, why is he so upset? And you explain, well, I told him to stop harassing me and poking me in the eye, but he didn't. So I got upset, I got mad, and I wanted to be mean to teach him a lesson. So then both of you apologize, okay? To make it even, because he did wrong, but you did wrong back. But your wrong had some justification because of his wrong, okay? So now you're even. You settle it, you know. You've squashed it. He squashed it as well. So you're back on equal terms now. He's apologized for his behavior. You've come over and you've given him a little cuddle and maybe, an affectionate kiss, not gay. And you've said sorry about 15 times. He said sorry 5 times, or 10, around 5 times. So then you are good, because he knows he shouldn't be provoking you, and you know you're gonna control yourself and try your best not to be vulgar when someone, provokes you. So this I can understand, and of course I would never agree to being vulgar if someone upsets you. But I can understand your anger and your reaction and your stress levels. So again, because you're not in monk or alien mode, I would say once you apologize and ask God or Jesus for forgiveness, I would be okay. I mean, not okay in the sense that I'm gonna say go ahead and do this whenever someone gets mad, but understand the reason for it, and say, you had a valid reason and you were really angry. So once you apologize, I'd say, okay, let's not worry about it. Just learn and try and do better next time. So that is my best example. But in this instance, you never, I mean, Roger claimed he never sent anything to arouse you. No pictures, no videos. So, I mean, from what I scrolled through, Roger did send a voice recorder, and then I don't know. I mean, you still haven't told me what went through your mind, but I'm guessing because I've known you for a while, and I know that you like to drop bombshells. You did it with Tate in one of the other group chats, and you said Tate likes to F a teacher, but you said the full F word and dropped a huge bombshell in that group chat. Huge. And everyone was shocked, including Tate and Roger. So I think the reason you did this was because A, you thought it would be funny, and B, because I mean, this is your first voice recorder where you did use an extremely vulgar F word. So you wanted to see how it sounded when you use a vulgar F word about Roger for the first time, because I think this is the first time. I know you spelt it out once, but that was, even that was non-vulgar. So I think, surprise, you wanted to act immature and be very naughty and see how other people will react. The third reason, or the second reason, did I cover the first two? I said you were immature and you thought it would be funny. You wanted to see how it would sound for the first time. Yes. So the third reason I would say is excitement, because you got a bit aroused, and of course when your body's aroused, sometimes vulgar thoughts come in your mind. It's funny because Balin yesterday said the F word, and he said afterwards, sorry, he got horny. So that triggered something in his mind to say a vulgar F word. So you see, this is what happens when you watch too much porn, or your fantasies, imagination get the better. Then I think you slipped up and it came out. But what's really surprising about this is there was no sense of guilt or shame. I mean, you actually, in a way, were encouraging it. You're basically saying you enjoy being vulgar, and that is a terrible message to send out to people. I mean, people that buy your shirts, people that watch your YouTube videos, people that want to be in your YouTube videos, people that want to be part of your blogs, rapping. That is a terrible message. I mean, and you should know, because you were telling, who was it, a few people, you were telling Tate off for saying the P word only about a week ago. I've got it on my live stream. You were making a scene and saying, oh, what a bad word. Oh, she said the P word. But you said the B word before that. Okay, it's not as bad. But now, what you did was worse, because you said a vulgar F word in a voice recorder, and that's worse than saying the P word. So you're a hypocrite, sorry, but you cannot be acting shocked when someone says a vulgar word and then you yourself say a vulgar word for fun. And no apologies. A. No sense of shame, no sense of guilt. You know, I don't care. It's like a teacher, you know, you got detention or you're smoking. I don't care. I don't care. You know, that sort of terrible attitude. You know, I I just hit someone for fun. I don't care. I don't care. I mean, this is very disrespectful, Connor, and I'm sure Hands of Joy will also agree with this because I mean it's similar to saying shut up, you know. Someone's trying to make you aware of your actions and just to keep saying I don't care, uh, you know, I don't care what I say. Nobody cares. I mean, why would you think that nobody cares about that? I mean, nobody meaning you and Roger and Naylor, but I think, I mean, I think it's not they don't care, but they just they accept and they know you like having fun, but I don't. Even them, I mean, I think they just because you're friends, they just accept that. But to say nobody cares and then claim free speech as a justification in America, well, that means you're encouraging swearing, vulgar swearing, and I'm against that. I'll petition against it. I'll vote against it. You give me a voting card, I'll come to America to petition to vote against vulgar swearing. I'll fight even. I'll literally fight someone against vulgar swearing. Yes, I'll do it to raise awareness. Okay, so yeah, this is what I didn't like at all. I mean, you kept repeating this like hundreds of times. I mean, nobody cares. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares what I say. Nobody really cares whatever I say. I mean, whatever you say. Nobody cares what I say. Really? I can say whatever I want. Really? This is free speech in America? Okay. So then, why don't you tell your company that I can say vulgar words and promote my shirt and it's okay? Shall we say that? because this is the message you're giving. I don't know if you realise how daft this sounds, Connor, but this is the message you're spreading, you're giving. And as I said, I do feel offended as a buyer of your merch. I feel very offended. A, you could just say nobody cares, and B, you actually are justifying vulgar language, and that's terrible. I mean, shame on you for that. And thirdly, you could have apologized. I mean, even if not to Roger, to me, for having to listen to that filth. But did you? Maybe you did. But then you kept saying nobody cares. Nobody cares. You know, in that sort of posh voice, American sort of accent style. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Okay, well, believe me, I care. And I'm sure other people do too. So, I know this is a long video, but I normally have to make my videos long when I do a YouTube reaction. So, yeah, I'm going to say I am shocked, and I'm going to end the video because I don't want any jinx, you know. The last time one of my videos cut off, so I'll run it a little bit, and yeah, I'm shocked. And the other thing was he said to go kill yourself after calling me a pedophile. He said you're a Jewess. Disgrace to the earth, and then you should go kill yourself. Now, he claims Naylor said this, but I'm pretty sure I heard him too. So don't lie. You did say to go kill yourself. Not to mention the inappropriate jokes about my mum. But it was, how to say, it was vulgar without swearing. Let's put it like that. Very, very mean, very, very vulgar, but without vulgar words. That's the thing. Vulgar without vulgar words is the right thing to say, the right content to use. So yeah, I was shocked. Okay, it was funny. The jokes, but too mean. Very mean. But clean. Clean in the sense of no vulgar words being used, but not clean, in that sense. So yeah, so many wrong things from Connor. They're not caring about saying the vulgar words. Also, you're not caring about the arrogance and cockiness of thinking you're invincible and your merch company will do nothing. The arrogance of thinking nothing will happen on Instagram. The pride and ego, and also saying no one loves you, everyone hates you on YouTube, and they only subscribe to make fun of you and to mock you. Well, I don't think that's true. I think I've got some very good friends on Facebook and YouTube that respect me. So again, this is hate speech. So no, I'm not happy with this either. It's very cruel what you did. You're a very cruel boy, very uncivilized, and I'm gonna say all this in your merch, my report. And okay, you think you're invincible and nobody will take action? We'll see. That's one thing I will never, ever get too comfortable with. At any moment, you could lose your merch in a snap of a finger if God wills. Or your Instagram or your YouTube. Never think you're invincible. Things can't change and work in my favor. In my favor. Okay? And what else? Yeah, I mean, this is basically it. Every time I get put downs and I get, oh yeah, and this track. Okay, go make your diss track and let's see how it sounds. But you should also make a video about 12 years no swear as well, and say some positive things for once in your life instead of always getting excited. Oh, we're making this track on Nissan, but we hate him and we can't say anything positive about him, although he's nearly 12 years no swear. Oh, let's make a diss track. Okay, but I'm going to request a positive, inspirational one. Like you said, you told me I've got this recorded, in writing. You did say if I make a video about your merch, you're going to make a video on Instagram about me, about my 12 years no swear. So I've got that. So let's see if you can maintain your word. Let's see if you're going to be a liar or not. After all that effort, 45 minutes of just talking positive things about your King in the Spring t-shirt, even without having a shower or a bath. I took the time to listen, to obey you, what you wanted, and I took my own personal time to do that for you, to make you feel happy, better, and then you repay me. You be ungrateful like this by saying you shouldn't live. You're a disgrace to the earth. No one wants you on the earth. Oh boy, you really are messed up to say that, and I'm totally shocked. So you try to redeem yourself and say some positive things about me, and And the rest of you need to pull yourself together, because I ain't going on live stream to be made fun of either. I mean, yes, immature fun to a level, but not when it gets to where you say F you and you effing paedophile, that sort of stuff. No, that is not on from anyone. Okay? I mean it. I'll just be booting you and maybe even banning you from joining for a year. Like Naylor's said, I might do this to you, Connor, if you don't pull yourself together. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll end it now. Bye.